pets.
I'm already getting good advice. As you can see, I'm doing research and learning in the process, and it's all part of today's Good Day Going Global. According to a recent Hilton Hotels survey, more than half of those surveyed who are pet owners are planning to travel with their pets this summer. But there are some things that you should know before you go. This morning, travel expert Troy Beatenbrink joins us with tips for a good travel experience with your dog specifically, and that's what he and I were just talking about. I was getting my own tips for my own dog. And I guess for the most part, when we're talking about traveling with our pets, usually it's people taking their dogs.
Yeah, the majority of pet travelers are dog owners. Cats would prefer you just leave them at home and go on your way.
Give them a little me time. That's
exactly.
what they want, right?
Exactly. But most folks are dog owners. But, you know, regardless of what pet you travel with, there are some basics for every pet traveler.
Okay.
One is make sure your pet's actually ready to travel. Talk to your vet. They should be up to date on all their shots because that's going to be needed information for staying at hotels or those sort of things. Or if you have an emergency, you want to have that information available. The other thing you should do is making sure you have a proper crate to actually house your pet when you're traveling. That's really important. A lot of folks buy ones that are too small. The crate should be large enough for them to be actually stand up inside it. That's really important.
Or they don't take a crate at all, which I guess is a big no-no.
No, you got to carry a crate or arrange to have one where you are because that's actually possible as well. This one actually folds down flat. It's very easy, very lightweight. It's one that I use for my dog.
All right, so let's talk about first going in the car and what you caught us talking about, because I was saying I'm really bad about putting a restraint on my dog when she's in the car.
Yeah, what we find is most pet owners do prefer to travel by car. And one of the things that you want to do is buckle them in. Just like you buckle in your kids, you want to buckle in your pet. And there's lots of different options out there. This one is a really simple one. This is just the leash that actually has a buckle on it. It can be shortened down. And what you want to do is prevent them from being tossed around if you're in an accident. So that's really important. The other thing is make sure the car is well ventilated. Dogs are much more sensitive to the heat than we are. But don't have that window open and have a nice head sticking out. That is so bad for your dog.
It's so bad for your dog, but it's the cutest thing ever.
I know. We all love that picture.
All right, there's Troy with his dog. There you go. Looks pretty happy in there. Oh, she is the princess.
Oh, yeah. Right, I would have brought her, but she is a princess.
She is a princess, right? She is a princess. All right. So make sure you have water. Don't leave them in the car. Keep it cracked.
Yes.
The windows cracked.
And bring that information with you around your vets and everything like that. You want that with them. And do not leave them alone in the car.
Yeah.
Like I said, it only takes seconds for your dog to become overheated.
Okay, here. So let's talk about flying with your dog.
Right now, with what we just heard about over the weekend, with all the canceled flights, delayed flights, if you can avoid flying with your dog right now, do it. Do not fly with your dog right now. However, if you have to fly, there are professional services that you should use. These are the folks that can quickly get your dog if the flight is delayed or canceled, get them into a kennel, and keep them safe. You don't want to rely on the airline to do that. I hate to say that, but it's true.
You do have to have, like, if your dog's small enough to carry on, you have to have a certified carrier, right, that works for the airline?
Yeah, and it's really complicated there, too. The airlines have dramatically limited how many dogs can be on the plane. In many cases, it's only 2 pets. If you haven't booked way in advance, you won't get one of those slots, so that can be really difficult as well.
And if it's a big dog, they have to go in cargo, right? That always makes me super nervous.
I would agree with you 100%. Yeah. I love my dog way too much for that.
To do that. Okay, and lastly, in our last seconds here, staying in hotels. I mean, the pet policy in the hotels varies dramatically.
Varies dramatically. And one of the things is, so do the fees and deposits. And sometimes it's both. You pay a fee and a deposit. And in many cases, it can be more expensive than your hotel stay. So really research that. There are some really great pet-friendly hotels. Kimpton has a policy. They don't charge you a deposit, a fee, anything. They say if your pet can walk through the door, it can stay in the hotel.
And there's no size limitation.
No size limitation.
Some hotels have size limitations.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So when you are looking at a various hotel, call them up directly, speak to them directly, and book your room with them directly.
Nice. Wonderful advice. Princess wants to be on the concierge level. I'm just telling you, right?
Yes, she does.
Thanks, Troy. All right, Marissa, over to you.